Update 3.5 for Jurassic World Life has been hailed as the armor update, and we have patch notes to celebrate its near release, and we have 4 creatures to go over, and maybe more, starting off with the Plateorex. So Plateorex is a brand new Apex, of course. Can't get enough of the Apexes these days, right? Seem to be getting every update now. But yes, Plateorex is obviously made of the brand new Plateopicosaurus, and that is made of the brand new Plateosaurus, which was just released like not that long ago. So basically what you want to do if you want to unlock this thing as quick as possible, get Plateosaurus. It spawns in Zone 2. I've been getting about 20,000 a day purely just from sitting at home, having my phone open. My phone's on me right now, actually, and I'm darting it as we speak. But it is there, and I can get about 20k a day. You need 140k once it reaches level 20 and you unlock Plateopicosaurus to get the Apex. But yeah, basically the description reads, the striking patterns on the hide of the Plateorex are believed to help in the camouflage in arid, grassy, and plains environments, not unlike some modern antelope. But the next creature to talk about is Scelidosaurus. So this one's very interesting because it is a legendary, and we haven't had a legendary since Panthera B, which was over a year ago, or a legendary as in a non-legendary. So we've only ever had 3 non-legendary non-hybrid legendaries is what I mean to say, which include Rexy, Parallax, and Panthera Blithia. And now we have Scelidosaurus. So I hope it's able to be found in the wild. That'll be interesting. It's also in Jurassic World, the game, so I assume it will look like that. But its description reads, this armored Ornithian is a native of the modern-day British Isles. Related to Ankylosaurs and Stegosaurs, Scelidosaurus' armor resembles the bony scutes of today's crocodiles and armadillos. So, moving on to our third creature is the Crichtonsaurus. It's about time this one got added to the game because it's named after, you know, Michael Crichton, who wrote the Jurassic Park novels. But I've kind of just spoiled its description, which reads, this ankylosaur is named for the writer who started it all, Michael Crichton, the author of Jurassic Park. So very interesting. Now, some things to note about it. It does seem to have an affliction move, the one that Pterovexus has. So this means its hybrid is surely going to be based on affliction. And yes, I did mention hybrid. It does have a hybrid, which will be the next one we look at. But Crichtonsaurus is a rare, thank God. It has also been over a year since we got our last rare, which came in the same update as Panthera Blithia. So Crichtonsaurus and Scelidosaurus are the first time in over a year we're both getting a non-hybrid legendary and also a rare, which was Direwolf back in the same update that Panthera B came out. But yes, it does have a hybrid, which is made of Ankylomoloch and Crichtonsaurus, which then becomes a unique. So its description reads, the facial horns of the Crichtomoloch grow to different dimensions depending on its seniority in herds of other ankylosaurids. So this one's very interesting because Ankylomoloch already has not just a hybrid, but an apex hybrid being Ankylosaurus Lux. So it's going to be interesting, you know, to see Crichtomoloch, a unique, might be stronger than an apex, which has the exact same ingredient in it. But this is obviously because it's going to have afflicting moves, dodging moves, you know, distracting moves that come from, you know, Crichtonsaurus. So I think it's an interesting mix-up. Yeah, are you guys excited to see what Crichtomoloch looks like? Let me know in the comments below. And yes, Plateorex is made of Plateopicosaurus and Tenontorex. Those are the only hybrids in this update. But there might actually be more, because there are creature buffs this update, and the first one we can talk about is Albertospinos. Now, Albertospinos is interesting, and why do I want to talk about this? This is because I think creatures getting buffs hint at what is coming next update. Like, you think last update, Tenontorex got buffed. What came this update? A hybrid of Tenontorex, that being the Plateorex. And just the previous update, Spinotarsuchus was buffed, which is a hybrid that goes into Albertospinos. So I'm thinking we could get CHROMASPINUS, because not only that, but Parasaurolophus Lux was just buffed. So I'm thinking what we could get is the hybrid CHROMASPINUS from Jurassic World the game except in this game, it'll fuse with maybe Parasaurolophus and Albertospinos. I don't see why else they would buff those ones. It seems too specific. Why Paralux of all things? No other non-hybrid legendaries have been buffed. But anyway, moving on, we have Yutyrannus that has gotten a buff, which is interesting. We've only ever had one Omega that has been buffed before, and that was Diabloceratops because it was underperforming. But yes, Yutyrannus. Now this one does make sense because its on escape move is being changed because it would swap itself out if the opponent swapped, which was just awful because you could swap into like a really low HP creature and it would just ruin your game. But YUDON is no longer going to have that. It's just going to attack when the opponent tries to escape. But also, in similarity, Troodon has also been buffed next to Yutyrannus, which is interesting because they both have the hybrid YUDON. It's just like, why are these the only non-hybrids besides Paralux that have been buffed this update? It's too sus. Are we getting Omega hybrid soon? So I think YUDON could be coming because Troodon now has the Quetzorian move, which is the Crafty Strike and an Insta Rampage. But next up, we also have a Gryganyth buff, which is interesting because the previous update, we got a Grypolith buff. So, you know, not to say things that I shouldn't say in an official video, but will there be some sort of Gryposuchus, one of those hybrids, you know, Grypolith, Gryganyth, will they be getting hybrids? And would you look at that? Plateorex actually spawned. So just saying, that's why it's best to keep your phone open. But back to the video, actually, off topic, but yes, you know, we could be getting Gryposuchus hybrid, but that's not the only thing that was buffed. We also have Hydraboa. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like it's getting a full revamp, this Apex. So I'm not sure. It looks like it's going to be part of the meta again, but it looks pretty decent, this snake. So yeah, there you go. There's two reptiles, you know, the crocodilians or alligators and the snake. But the final couple of buffs, there's two that I want to talk about, is the Edaphocevia buff. This is important because I think it'll fuse with something that got a buff last update, because everything that got buffs last update and this update, I think they're coming together to make hybrids for maybe the future updates, because, you know, and they did state there are additional creatures coming to the game. But yes, Edaphocevia, and last update we got Megalocevia's buffed, which hasn't got a hybrid yet. So could they get a hybrid together that's like a Postometron Gen 2, right? That's like, say, it's part Megalocevia's, it looks like that, except it has the Edaphocevia sail on the back. I think it could look like that. But yeah, that is pretty much all hybrids that have been buffed, except there is one more, which was MAGNAPYRITOR last update that got buffed. But you need to watch this video for a new dino that could be coming next update, or for that MAGNAPYRITOR buff, watch here because I talked about its hybrid in this video. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.